Assalamualaikum and hello to Dr. Dahlia Fernandez, Binti Muhammad Farid Fernandez, and audience. Before we begin, let me introduce myself and my group members. My name is Nur Afiqah Nadirah binti Muhammad Amrizul, and my team members is Nur Syafiqah Alia Riyad binti Muhammad Riyad, Nur Atifah binti Ahmad, Nur Atikah binti Omar, and Nur Anisah Nabila binti Abdullah. We are from Group 11 of Business Financial Management Section 2. In this video, we will present about Fintech that be used in paper company that will make the easiest way of banking. First of all, let me introduce about Fintech. Fintech is simply a combination of the words financial and technology. It refers to the use of technology to provide consumers with financial service and goods. Using technologies such as blockchain, smart contracts, artificial intelligence, biometrics, mobile apps for e-commerce, and more. Finance technology is coming together to give new innovative solutions to business or enable financial service organizations better serve and their clients. Fintech makes the business more efficient and it enables easy access to an increased digits customer base. This will enable the manager to interact more effectively with employees, suppliers, and customers. Fintech can be used for digital marketing in mobile apps, which can be used to acquire or avoid new customers anywhere, and Fintech will change economics around the world. Finance technology can help to perform a variety of financial activities more easily, such as performing daily necessities, obtain a loan, making investment to generate capital for a community. The advancement of financial technologies performing daily necessities, it will indirectly influence the community use of money online rather than cash, can help people in this country who have never been involved in banking activities. The advancement of financial technology will indirectly influence the community use of money online rather than cash. The cashless society phenomenon refers to this new way of life. The cashless society phenomenon refers to this new ways of life. Next, PayPal Holdings Industry Malaysia has used this fintech method in their business activity with this new innovation. PayPal Malaysia is a simple payment option. It's a safe method of sending and receiving payments online. For example, the buyers that use PayPal, they can make payment to other PayPal accounts using their PayPal balance and linked credit or debit cards. First, buyers must link their credit or debit card to PayPal before making payments. And then the seller can accept payments through PayPal by integrating it with their preferred e-commerce stores. As a result of the availability of this fintech facility, it may be easier for people to use the PayPal application, which uses fintech service in their business affairs and policy. So now, let me hear about issue of fintech with Anissa. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you, Afika. I am Nur Anisha Nabila will explain about review of issue. Fintech is at the forefront of digital revolution. However, as people get more comfortable with digital technology, fintech companies face a unique set of risks that aren't addressed by traditional financial institution products. There are 4 risks of fintech, which is first, fraud risk, second, money laundering and the financing of terrorism. Next is operational risk and the last one is coronavirus pandemic risk. For fraud risk, unfortunately, fraudsters and cybercriminals have access to the same technology that banks and customers have. The challenge of identifying fraud has increased as the financial industry has become more globalized. There are some of the common things in the fintech industry where fraud is on the rise, which is forging document and credit card, debit card and password, telephone call scam to steal account details, and fraudulent payment transaction. Next is money laundering and the financing of terrorism. Money laundering and the financing of terrorism is a type of financial crime that has economic consequences. Money laundering necessitates the commission of a primary, profit-generating crime such as corruption, drug trafficking, or market manipulation, as well as the desire to conceal the proceeds of the crime or further the illegal operation. This activity generates financial flows that divert resources away from economically and socially constructive users, which can have strict consequences for member nations' financial factor and external stability. The next one is operational risk. Fintech demand everything to happen at rap speed, while traditional financial institutions have the luxury of time on their side. Fintech companies are most exposed in real-life operation management. Other than that, unpredictable market events are a significant operation risk since they are inherently unpredictable. Fintech and financial institutions alike may face major liquidity and solvency issues as a result of overreaction to a sudden market occurrence. And the last one is coronavirus pandemic risk. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a negative impact on our customers, suppliers, vendors, and other business partners' activities, and it is anticipated to have a negative impact on our result of operations in the future. Now I will pass the next part to Atika for more explanation. Thank you.
Thank you, Anisha. Now I will continue review of issue. So I want present challenge in fintech. First, challenge in innovation. Second, the challenge of following the rules. Third, the challenge of international expansion. Fourth, the challenge of competition. Challenge in innovation. What is innovation? Innovation is a method of finding a way to produce a better product or service through modification of or improvement. Benefit of innovation. Benefit of innovation. Innovation is a good thing. This is because it generate new idea in the financial service sector that bring about good change towards progress. Next come a challenge elevation to the industry. Innovation and technology are fintech strength in human and technical development. We can assume that all customers want new services that are faster and more attractive as well as automated. Risky innovation occur because most customers like to interact with humans while handling their finance. They care about security and the change that come with digitization. Okay. The second challenge is the challenge of following the rule. The issue of new global regulation is something that has happened in recent years. PSD2 rule, regulation payment service, and GDPR regulation regulate data use. The rules state every aspect of finance. Many global regulations have been rolled out, so fintech companies need to abide by them and comply with, as well as maintain the trust of partner and customer. Next is anti-money laundering (AML). AML produce law and regulation designed to prevent illegal income generation. The rules are very good and strict to follow. If a fintech business violate eating law, it will cause a lot of problem if caught and found guilty. Okay. The third challenge is the challenge of international expansion. Fintech face challenge in international expansion. This is because development depend of the development of local banking relationship. This depends become a complicated and lengthy process, then slow and downground. Fintech companies need to contact bank to develop network and again access to for benefit FBO account as well as international bank account IBAN numbers. Furthermore, company will have trouble finding banking solution to survive in some state or country as the company grow. The challenge of the fourth challenge is the challenge of competition. What is competition? Competition can be said to business that strive to meet the same need and want to customers. So setting up a success fintech company is not easy task, and it will be a walk of the hill. Competitive battle are everywhere, and it was a protracted battle. Competitor also have strong and destructive traits like traditional bank. That's all from me, and I call the next presentation Shafika.
Thank you, Atika. So, I am Nur Shafika Alia Riyad binti Mahmud Riyad. I will continue the discussion part. PayPal Holdings Incorporated is the company that has been chosen by our group as the starting point for focusing financial technology in their services. We believe that PayPal chose this technology is to simplify people in their daily affairs. Now we will discuss about how PayPal make payments through online banking by Fintech. PayPal provides payment processing to merchants and has been pioneer to offer payment receipts to electronic retailers. As an example, it just like cloud services. To this, PayPal has collaborated with Google Cloud to personalize financial services everywhere. Besides that, PayPal is creating economic opportunities that are personal, flexible, and that support compliance with regulations. And the Google Cloud make that a reality. Furthermore, by focuses on online payment method in store shopping malls. It proved to people as an easy way to make any money transaction. As we know, the study also found that comparing to card credit and debit card, PayPal is the most preferred method by consumer to make any money transaction. Marketplace shoppers trust PayPal. It is meant by PayPal services giving shoppers the option to pay with PayPal and it as an easy way start to make people feel more comfortable with their first purchases. So my friend Atifa will continue the discussion part.
Assalamualaikum to Dr. Dahlia Fernandez. I'm Atifa binti Ahmad Noor, matrix number CP210074. We continue to present discussion part. So all company or system that involve with an electronic payment gateway or e-commerce face numerous possible risks including cyber terrorism, cyber security, cybercrime, intellectual property predation, and so on. Although PayPal is an American big brand of multinational financial technology company, but it also faces the risk. People face an endless attack of fraud and scams that attempt to withdraw from someone else's account. It has become a risk whether to buyers or sellers account because they do not know which accounts are scammers. For that, PayPal has made a few steps to make their company's cybersecurity stable while gaining trust from the consumers. Is it PayPal safe for buyers? Yes, PayPal is safe for your buyer's usage because the company has provided PayPal's buyer protection program that will cover when some of the situation happens, such when a product is not as it described by the seller, never received, or fraud charge from an authorized account holder. But its full protection policies should be reviewed according to buyer's contract application. In addition, PayPal is more safe with the Western Union in order to send the money. The possibility of scammers to collect any financial information from the company is in low risk that make the buyer feel more safe for their privacy and security. Next, for PayPal seller sites, it was a bit complex. PayPal obviously favors online transactions from buyers, and this will make sellers have to spend an additional expense of course, while the company did not provide a protection policy for a seller. For a seller safety, they should make a safe step by their own, such as only ship the product to the verified address from authorized account holder and require a delivery proof. This is an important list that sellers should do to avoid from any fraud claims by buyer that the product was not delivered to them. The seller also should keep a communication record between buyer and seller for evidence if any unwanted things happen. PayPal is unsafe to use when consumers using public Wi-Fi networks, even with high technology device. Although when you are checking balance in an account or not doing any money transferring, an unauthorized or outside server might break your privacy, including password to access the account. Consumers should use mobile data rather than Wi-Fi network to secure any private and confidential method, especially when accessing to bank accounts. Other than that, as one of the top finance technology company, PayPal competes with top global companies across the globe. PayPal also faces a different culture from different experience and backgrounds of employees that empowers an improvement, knowledge, and personal professional insight that is important to the effective acquisition, maintenance, and improvement of various skills. For that, the company has fulfilled few programs that practice inclusive hiring, enhanced virtual hiring, personal training, program of mentorship, and also offer continuing study or training, as well as linking learning that offers limitless entry. Last but not least, the pandemic of COVID-19 not only has benefits but also negatively gave an impact to PayPal company. The company has benefited from the change of offline shopping and usual payment practice to digital payment gateway and e-commerce. Not only that, there are increase in profit and new accounts active and payments volume. Due to the COVID-19 disease, the company also faced negative impact when employees are advised to work from home, and extra period of work preparation could lead to operational risk while increasing in cybersecurity, less effective in productivity, impact on company plans, healthcare claims by employees due to the disease, and so on. Whether for individual, teams, or company, the pandemic of COVID-19 has left an impact to PayPal company. The company should plan a new strategy if this pandemic will continue in few years more.
Now, we are at the last part of our group presentation. In conclusion, financial technology makes the financial system easier. Not only that, the safety was increased people confidence to use applications that could simplify daily financial affairs. Fintech's use of big data analytics that is like blockchain technology that is currently introduced more widely than the previous rate. Fintech is the new technology that makes a bigger changing in the financial industry system. Therefore, Fintech has a heavy responsibility in safeguarding and ensuring that user data and privacy are always preserved. As more financial services go service digital, cyber attacks become a bigger risk to the challenge that facing by financial technology for making people lifestyle become easier and likely to grow as more business go digital. To conclude that paper companies that use financial technology system have an effort in dealing with risk and be prepared for any challenges that will come by believing in the vision that has been planned by Fintech. That is, with encouraging the development of Fintech technologies and minimizing their possible negative impacts on consumers and investors by achieving PayPal goals for making the easiest way of online banking by Fintech. Okay, that's all from our group. Thank you so much for your bright pictures time to watch our video presentation. Have a nice day.